How to write discussions. Welcome back. You're just in time for something awesome today. We learn about how to write discussions. And before dive in, if you need good help into more understanding about it, a genius writer, a brainy tutor, or a data analyst, Intudo4U has them all. It's like having a research dream team on demand. So visit it right now. And if you are new here, then subscribe now for more amazing video just like that.
All right, let's talk about it. The discussion section. For so many researchers, this is, without a doubt, the hardest part of writing a scientific paper. It's where you have to take all that raw data and transform it into, well, meaning.
And let's be real, calling it challenging is maybe a bit of an understatement. For a lot of us, especially when we're starting out, this section is a huge source of stress. It's that moment where you have to stop just reporting the cold, hard facts and actually start telling a story with them.
And if you've ever felt that stress, you need to know you are so not alone. According to an analysis by the Thesis Whisperer, get this, a whopping 75% of all writing-related search queries from academics are about the discussion section. Just let that sink in. 3 out of every 4 people are Googling for help on the exact same thing.
Okay, but why? Why is this one section so hard? Well, this quote right here, it pretty much nails it. Your methods section, you're just saying what you did. The results, you're saying what you found. But the discussion, that's where the training wheels come off. It demands your originality. It's your chance to really show your thinking. It all boils down to this fundamental shift. The results section is all about the what. It's the facts, the data. But the discussion section has to answer the much bigger question. So what? It's your job to step up and tell the reader what those findings actually mean in the bigger picture.
So to wrap our heads around this, I want you to picture something. A really well-written research paper has a natural shape, a flow. It's not just a bunch of sections bolted together. And that shape is an hourglass.
If you find any stressed about its understanding, just explore Intudo4U for personalized guidance and support on your journey. Our expert guides are here to help you every step of the way. Just visit and start your path to success.
This hourglass model is the perfect roadmap for the whole journey. You start broad, you get really specific in the middle, and then you broaden back out at the end. It's this elegant structure that actually underpins the classic IMRAD format you see everywhere. Introduction, methods, results, and of course, discussion.
So up at the top, the wide part, that's your introduction. You're setting the scene here. You're talking about the big, general topic, the field of study, and you're slowly guiding the reader's focus down toward the one specific problem your research is going to tackle.
Then we hit the narrowest part of the hourglass, the neck. This is your methods and results section. It's hyper-focused. This is where you say exactly what you did and exactly what you found. No interpretation, no fluff. It's the most specific, most precise part of the entire paper.
And that brings us to the main event, the discussion. This is the bottom of the hourglass. Your job here is to take those super specific findings from the narrow neck and explain their broader meaning. How do they connect back to that big picture world you started with? You're opening the lens back up.
Okay, so we've got the hourglass. That's our big map. Now let's zoom in and look at the actual parts that make a discussion section work. It's not just one giant wall of text. It's more like a sequence of deliberate, strategic moves. And you know, to make this whole thing feel less scary, the Thesis Whisperer has this brilliant analogy. Think about writing a discussion like learning a dance. You know, like the Macarena or something. At first, it looks complicated, but you quickly realize it's just a few simple moves that you do in the right order.
And this isn't just a cute idea, by the way. It's actually based on some pretty solid linguistic theory from a guy named John Swales. The basic idea is that experienced readers are subconsciously trained to expect certain moves in a text. If you perform those moves in the right order, your writing feels right, and your reader just gets it.
So what are the 4 big moves in this discussion dance? It's actually pretty simple. Step 1, you briefly restate your most important results. Step 2, you comment on them. What's your interpretation? Step 3, you evaluate them. Why do they matter? And step 4, you suggest what should happen next.
And here's where it all clicks into place. This table connects those simple, easy dance moves to the fancy-sounding terms you see in all the style guides. Restate is just your summary. Comment is your interpretation. Evaluate is all about the implications. And suggest is where you make your recommendations. See? It's not so intimidating when you break it down like that.
All right, let's drill down into what is probably the single most important rule here. This is the mistake everyone makes at some point, blurring that critical line between just repeating your results and actually discussing them. Getting this right is everything.
Just think of it like this. Your results section is a reporter. It's totally objective. It just says, the data show this. But your discussion section, that's you as the expert analyst. You get to be subjective. You're the one who steps in and answers, okay, sure, but what does it all mean? You're adding your layer of professional insight.
So a really solid discussion should feel like it's answering a checklist of questions for the reader. What do these results mean? How do they connect to what other people have found? Why do you think you found what you found? Super important. What are the limitations? What can't your study tell us? And of course, the biggest question of all, why should anyone care?
Okay, a quick but super important distinction here. Implications versus recommendations. People mix these up all the time. Just remember it like this. Implications are the so what. They explain why your findings are a big deal for the field. Recommendations are the now what. They're your specific, concrete suggestions for what researchers or practitioners should do next.
So, as we start to bring this all together, you've got the hourglass shape, you've got your dance moves, you know the difference between reporting and interpreting. Let's just remember the ultimate goal. You're taking the reader from your very specific results and guiding them back out to see the big, relevant picture.
Thanks for watching.